Hey guys, Luke Scheckman here, Team Exos, bringing you another 15-minute refresh. This is the time during the day where it's time to work on a little bit of mobility. Maybe clear your head just for a second before you bring yourself back to focus, before you bring yourself back to a grounded position to, best get through the rest of your day efficiently and happy. Here we go. What I want you to do, you are going to find a nice open place on the floor. You're going to sit cross-legged, but usually what I tell my students and clients to do as soon as we get into this position is however you normally cross your legs, this is how I do it normally, just naturally, this is what we do, that can be very indicative of tightnesses that you are building up during the day or compensations that are happening without you knowing at it, sitting at a desk for hours and hours, okay? So the first thing you do when you sit down, you cross your legs naturally and then think to yourself, I am going to put the other leg on top. And even with me, I feel that tightness right away. But that is a good thing, okay? Because if you feel that tightness, it's only going to get worse and worse unless you address it, okay? So we sit cross-legged, we cross our legs in the opposite way that we would normally do it, just naturally. All right, we're going to sit up nice and straight. Let's put our hands into our lap, palms up, trying to accept some of that natural energy, natural positive energy that's just floating out there. Maybe rock a little bit side to side. Make sure that both sit bones are firmly planted on the ground. And we're going to start as we always do, with a few deep breaths. Inhaling upright. Fill your lungs to capacity. Hold for 2 or 3 seconds. And then exhale fully. Inhale. Sit up nice and straight. And exhale. Relax, but don't lose that good posture. All that I ask of you here is that you fully inhale your lungs. Bring them all the way to capacity. Hold for a couple seconds, and then exhale until you can't anymore. I'm not going to give you a specific time with the breathing, because I do want it to come across as natural. I want you to be comfortable, not thinking too much as we do it. This is the time to let go of any stresses that have been built up during the day. Let's add one little piece into this, okay? On the inhale, I want you to squeeze those shoulder points up to your earlobes, flex those traps just a little bit, and then on the exhale, relax. Same concept, just adding that little shrug. Up at the top, flex those muscles that actually may be becoming tight during the day, and then letting them relax, bringing them to a greater level of relaxation. Let's go one more. Very nice. Bring those fingertips down to the floor. I want you to inhale the arms up over the head, reaching nice and high, squeezing the shoulder blades down and back towards your spine. Good. And exhale. Bring the hands back down. Fingertips to the floor. Inhale. Arms up in the air, reaching nice and high. You can wiggle those fingers out just a little bit. This time, what I want you to do, we're going to reach over with the left hand, grab onto the right, keeping both sit bones on the ground, keeping a nice tight stomach. We are going to exhale. Lean to the left. Let that left hand support the right and pull just a little bit. You want to make sure that that right sit bone is firmly planted on the ground. You don't want to lose track of that. And release to the center. Switch the grip, belly button in, and exhale to the right. Very good. If you want to accentuate this just a little bit, you can kind of take that shoulder, it would be my left in this case, and just rotate back just a little bit, only if you need it. And back to center. Let's break that grip and bring those fingertips back down to the ground. Sitting up nice and straight. Inhale your right arm up over your head, reaching nice and high. Squeeze the shoulder blade back down towards the spine. And release. Bring that right hand to the outside of our left knee. Inhale yourself nice and high. And exhale. Give yourself a little twist to the left side. I always try and hold these stretches for 3 or 4 breaths. And release. You always, whenever you go through a twisting motion, you always want to take both hands to the opposite side and give it a little antagonistic twist to it. Even though we are going to do the other side, it's important just to give a little bit of rotation to the opposite. Back to center, fingertips to the ground. Inhale the left arm all the way up. Squeeze the shoulder blade down and back. And release. Bring that left hand to the outside of the right knee. Inhale yourself upright. And got it. Exhale, twist to the right. And release. Roll through. Small antagonistic twist to the opposite side. Okay, I want to take a couple minutes right here to kind of give you guys something that you're able to use throughout the day. You know, whenever you feel tension in your neck. It is a 5-point neck stretch. Very easy to do. A couple things that you have to remember with each movement, but they are the same building blocks, so it shouldn't be too hard to remember, okay? Let's start straight down the center. Whenever you are stretching your neck, the most important thing that you do beforehand is 2 fingers to the chin and push your head back a little bit. You're not giving yourself a double chin. You are taking that chin and just pushing it back, pushing your head back in line with your cervical vertebrae. This is going to protect your neck so you won't strain it. Both hands behind, keeping the chin in, and exhale. Bring that chin down to the chest. Sometimes you can kind of sink that chin back even more as you pull, and that stretch should accentuate all down, usually to in between your shoulder blades. And release slowly. You know, nothing abrupt, nothing drastic. Hands to the ground. Let's take that right hand. Push the chin in again, but this time, right hand to the lateral portion, lateral side of your head, left side of your head, and exhale. Pull down to the right side, earlobe to shoulder. My chin is still tucked, my neck is still protected, and all I feel is an effective stretch. And slowly release. Hand down, left hand, 2 fingers to the chin. Left hand to the right side of the head. Inhale up, exhale. Pull that left earlobe down to the left shoulder. And release, good. We have 2 more, okay? Similar, but very important. Sitting up straight, I want you to take your head. You are going to turn the chin so that it's almost in line with your right shoulder, but not quite. Tuck the chin in, 2 fingers. Reach over the head, grab onto the back, and essentially pull your nose right down into your armpit. I find these to be some of the most effective. And release. Always release slowly. You know, you don't want your head popping up like it's on a spring. Sitting up straight. Chin turns almost in line with my left shoulder. Almost forgot to tuck the chin. Up and over, back of the head. And exhale. Nose down into the armpit. joints, guys. Yeah, my neck feels good at the moment. So from this position, hold on, my screen just went black. Let me make sure that I can, I'm sure that this is still taping, but yes, I have to make sure. This is also a good time. You can do these things and not actually see yourself, but if I'm going to switch positions, I think it's kind of important. Okay, so we are now in an all fours position, just like this. Something that you always want to remember when you are in this position is that we are stacking the joints, okay? Shoulder, elbow, wrist. Splay the fingers out to give yourself a nice wide base. And my hips are right above my knees, and my toes aren't pointed, but they're in that position. I'm going to take you through a little bit of thoracic flexion and extension. So we're going to start by dropping the head, rolling the tailbone, arching the back, creating space in between the scapula. Good. And reverse. Lift the head, lift the tailbone, squeeze the elbows in towards the body. I always kind of try to extend my neck a little bit at the very end. You want to do about 3 or 4 of these a piece, holding each one 3 or 4 seconds. For time's sake, I'm only going to do 2. Good. Okay, from this position, I want us to lift our right hand, lift our left knee about 2 inches above the ground. Stomach in. If I came over and you were in this position and I pushed you, you shouldn't fall over, okay? We're nice and solid. And we are going to push out. Push out with the heel, reach out with the arm. You want to cover your ear with your bicep. Hold, flat like a table. And release. Bring it back in. Don't touch the ground. Squeeze the abs in nice and tight. Try not to arch the back. And boom, push it on out. 3 or 4 of those. Again, for time's sake, I'm only going to do 2. Once we are here, lifting the left hand, lifting the right knee, nice and solid. Boom, kicking it out, flat like a table. Cover that ear with your bicep. Beautiful, guys. Good. Right back down to our base position. From here, I just want to go through probably the most difficult portion of this, but it's a nice way to end. All I want you to do, we are going to push back, downward facing dog, drop the head, bring those biceps right above the ears, butt goes back, and I want you to spend about 30 seconds just pedaling out those calves. Those calves can get very tight during the day. Side to side, you can move your hips a little bit. Really, this is your stretch. You can do whatever you want with it. And once you've hit your 30 seconds, or a little longer if you'd like, start walking those hands back up to the feet. Make sure that I'm in frame. Ending, arms up into the air, big tall stretch. And just for kicks, let's dive it back down. Hands to the floor, walking forward. Hopefully you can see me. And I want you to give me 5, elbows in, perfect push-ups. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring yourself all the way back up. And that, my friends, is your 15-minute daily refresh. Thank you. Once again, this is Luke Sheckman, Team Exos.